Hey YouTube, MDEX Music here, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 9 of Upper Structure Fridays. And in this season, we're exploring the use of upper structure chordals for piano voicings and improvisation. If you're not familiar with upper structures, I strongly suggest you check out Season 1, which is available now as an entire course featuring interactive PDFs, demos, and much more. You can click on the link here or just check the description down below. Also, be sure to watch the introduction to this series where we explain both what chordals are and how we're going to use them to create new colors in music. So today, let's build a perfect chordal off of the 6th degree of a major 7 chord. It will be notated like this: 6-4-7 over major 7. And as we're going to see later, this upper structure chordal has a lot of similar tendencies and qualities to that of episode 4. So let's build today's upper structure on top of an A major 7. So A, C sharp, E, and G sharp will be on my left hand. And then I'm just gonna find the 6th of this chord, which is F sharp, and just start stacking my perfect fourths on top of F sharp. So that would give me an F sharp, a B, and an E. So now my upper structure chordal is this. My A7 is that, and when we put them together, the color we're gonna get is this. To construct this upper structure, we simply play a perfect chordal over a major 7 chord starting on the 6th degree of that chord. For example, in A major 7, the 6th is F sharp. So we simply have to play an F sharp perfect chordal on top of A major 7. We now have an A major 7 with a 9 and a 13. That 9 and that 13 are the bottom 2 notes of my upper structure chordal voicing, the F sharp and the B. The other note, the E, is merely just the 5th of the chord that I already have on the left hand. So if you remember from episode 4's voicing, we were using a 3-4-7 over major 7. So we still had the same 2 tensions, the 9 and the 13, that B and that F sharp. The only difference is the other note of my upper structure chordal now is C sharp. So now I'm doubling the 3rd of the chord. So what these 2 voicings allow us to do is basically apply 2 shades of the same color, if you will. It gives us the opportunity to kind of use, we want to double the 5th, we can double the 5th. You want to double the 3rd, you can double the 3rd. What it also does is allow us to consider how do we want to voice the chord on the left hand. In other words, if I'm doubling the 5th by way of today's upper structure chordal, do I really need it on the left hand? Can I open things up down there and do this? Yeah, because now I have that E over there. It doesn't need to be in 2 places at once if I don't need it to be. This is really useful when it comes to arranging for certain bands or groups. Same thing with the 3-4-7. I now don't need it on the left hand if I don't want to put it there because it's right here on my right hand. Here are the ways that you can think about this triad. Play a perfect chordal starting on the 6th of the chord. For a more independent perspective, just think a minor 3rd below the root and play the perfect chordal on that note in any inversion. This 6-4-7 over major 7 works on any major 7 regardless of function. It's very common to see 1 major 7 to 4 major 7 in music. What is interesting about this upper structure is that the 6-4-7 over 1 major 7 is the same chord as the 3-4-7 over the 4 major 7 that we talked about in episode 4. So we can use it as a constant structure in a 1 major 7 to 4 major 7 progression. So the first measure of My Foolish Heart is a great place to implement what we're talking about because it's just B flat major 7 to E flat major 7, that 1-4 movement we were just talking about. So if I use the upper structure from today, the 6-4-7 over B flat, what I'm going to get is G, C, and F. That is the 6th of B flat. And you can hear what the chords sound like together, especially with the upper structure way up here and the chord voicing way down there. What's also really cool about this is I can kind of like insert my upper structure chordal into the voicing I have on my left hand. So now they kind of overlap a little bit. So what this does is it gives us a more like cohesive and condensed sound when I put the upper structure sort of overlapping down here with the voicing on my left hand. So here's the upper structure chordal on top of the 1 chord. And like we said a second ago, if I keep this upper structure static, I don't move it, and I go to the 4, I get episode 4's technique. I get the 3-4-7 over a major 7 chord. That's such a really nice sound, right? When you have the sort of static nature of the right hand staying still and the left hand moving underneath it, and how it gives us like a completely different color and sound, and what that does to your interpretation of what's going on. So remember, this is the 6-4-7 over major 7, and when I keep it there and I do it on top of the 4 chord of our key, we get the 3-4-7 major 7. So in My Foolish Heart, let's try it within the first bar or two of My Foolish Heart. Really nice, right? Remember, the whole point is that you look at these upper structures from different perspectives. Each perspective will open up different doors, and any of these ways of thinking is useful. It's time for your upper structure challenge of the day. See if you can picture the 6-4-7 perfect chordal that goes on top of the given major 7 chord. As always, we'll give you 4 beats to answer, and then we'll show you whether you were right or not. B flat major 7, G4-7, A flat major 7, F4-7, G flat major 7, E flat 4-7, E major 7, C sharp 4-7. That's it for today's episode. Thanks again for joining us. Come back next time when we talk more about upper structure chordals. Always remember, like, subscribe, and comment. We're gonna leave you today with our demonstration showing you the 6-4-7 perfect chordal on top of major 7 chords. Enjoy.